Hello everyone, and I'm the writer, and welcome back to a review video on my new favorite Marvel movie. Yeah, that's right, Shang-Chi and the Legend of Ten Rings. Honestly, my expectations were low, but seeing Simu Liu and the actor for Shang-Chi promoting his own movie is what made me hope for this to be good. And oh my god, this movie is wonderful! Much better than Black Widow, Loki, and WandaVision in my opinion. Spoilers for Shang-Chi. Now we're gonna do storytelling style, the good, the bad, what's next, and my final verdict. So please enjoy. Storytelling. This is a different and a breath of fresh air movie. Actually, most projects in Phase 4 have been different, but this one is just so different. Iron Man didn't create another villain, this isn't just a random bad guy who wants to take over the world, and this isn't something that's been built up or done before. This is about family and for a child to walk away from their parents' overlooming shadow. Shang-Chi and Shang both do this. They move away from their father and learn from their past, for the better. I like the plot of this one a lot and has a good message too. Style. First off, these outfits are perfect. I love it. I want one. Much like how Black Panther has outfits for their movie to represent African culture, this film does the same thing as well. I love their casual clothes, the traditional ones, and the ones they used to fight in. The locations are just beautiful as well. I love where they filmed the movie and how they filmed the fight scenes. This is one of the best choreographed fight scenes I've ever seen in a Marvel film since Thor 3. Everyone moved naturally and appeared to fight like normal. It was so fluid and smooth. I can't get over how Shang-Chi mimics his mother's fighting style. It's just so good. Also, I love how the film opened up with the narrator speaking Mandarin Chinese, and then showed the background to the story. The second fight scene we get is the most beautiful one I've seen, and the style of the dragon is just so beautiful. I love how he looks. He's so cute and powerful. Also, he looks like a dragon from China or East Asia. Yes, I was annoyed with how the dragon appeared in Raya and the Last Dragon, and the lack of one in the live-action remake of Mulan. The good. Other comparisons I see a lot of people who've watched MCU films compare this to is Black Panther, and rightfully so. Black Panther is an excellent film on African Americans and African culture and their history. Shang-Chi is no different with Asian Americans and Asians. This is the first Marvel film with an Asian lead along with an Asian cast. I love Katie's personality and how she isn't supposed to be his love interest. She's just his cool, optimistic, and loud friend. Not to mention, I like how Wong appeared too and was the one who basically recruited them to be the Avengers, which I am all for. Another part that strengthens this movie is just like the same way Black Panther was strengthened. The music. You can hear musical themes for the characters play. When Shang-Chi is fighting his father, you hear his mother and his father's theme playing in the background. The locations chosen for this is where most Asian Americans reside, and I love that. It makes sense too. Black Panther does this as well with Killmonger and T'Challa. I love seeing all the mythical creatures a part of East Asia history too. The Foo Dogs, the Kinsus, and the dragon. Now that's a dragon. When I saw that dragon in theaters, I was basically cheering in the room. I love how it looks. I'll probably buy the Lego version too. And the last piece that sold me for this is the Asian humor. This comes from Katie mainly, but her lifestyle and jokes perfectly sum up with my life and situation more or less. I don't have a degree, but I'm trying to get to that part. I also love her dedication to Shang-Chi as a friend, and I love Shang-Chi's relationship with his sister, who may take over a criminal empire, but I'm all for it. That's actually something I could see my little sister do as well, so good on them. The bad. I rarely say this, but I don't see anything wrong or too damaging with this one. I guess my only real issue is probably the fight scenes are kind of dragged out. The car chase escape and the one where Shang-Chi and Shang fight on the side of the building is a little long and kind of unrealistic. But it's a kung fu movie, so you have to have a little bit of elements of that. I also thought Wong was going to appear more, but I actually like how briefly appears and then recruits them to join the Avengers. So this was pretty good. Barely anything bad, just a little bit unrealistic with the fight scenes, but it's okay. What's next? After this, we have the Eternals coming out, which looks beautiful. The locations are so pretty, but I'm positive this is going to replace the Guardians of the Galaxy because I think that it's going to finish after the third one, the Holiday Special, and the Groot series. We also have Marvel What If still going on, Hawkeye, and Ms. Marvel should be after this. I'm personally excited for both of these and What If. I love Ms. Marvel, and I love Hawkeye. He's one of my favorites. I'm still a little upset he hasn't done a movie, but I'm glad he has at least a show. Lastly, we have Spider-Man 3 No Way Home, which almost everyone I know is excited for. So we're finally getting more content, everyone. 5 out of 5. Leave it to Shang-Chi to be the first one to do this in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This movie is so good. I can't wait to watch this one over and over again on Disney+. I just love it so much. I cannot wait to see how they appear in the MCU more and more. Let's go!